What's up, guys? Big Guy Bets back at it again with another free picks video. First off, you guys know I always like to say thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the Big Guy Bets movement. And most importantly, thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you guys haven't done that already, go ahead and subscribe, okay? If you're new here, welcome, okay? Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell so you're notified every single time I post, and like the video if you guys could. I do appreciate all the comments I always get in there. Anybody asking questions, I'm always willing to help you guys out. But without further ado, guys, let's get into this free pick video. First off, you guys know I like to always kind of recap how yesterday went. So yesterday, meaning today, Monday, there was no college baseball and there was very limited games. I did give my opinion on one game, though pretty much the only one that was on. It went split. If you're I told my VIP people, because I didn't want to give out, any free, because there wasn't anything too crazy, but I also didn't want to give anything to VIP official. But I did like the lean on Santa Clara. They were playing their third game in 4 days, and actually Nevada was playing their fourth and four, and they even traveled from Fresno to Santa Clara. Obviously not the biggest drive in the world, but I felt like Santa Clara in this spot may have had an edge, but I did think that line was a little too sharp and a little too, juicy for me to maybe take that. So I did say I leaned the -1.5 with Santa Clara, and I also did lean the over 13.5. The over 13.5 cashed. Santa Clara did lose 13-4. So they obviously didn't cash that. The over cash was kind of split of kind of the leans either way, but nothing official on the page today. So today goes down as a no unit day, at least for the college baseball side. For the people that purchased the daily plan, I do have a college baseball, college basketball, and then I have a daily plan, okay? A couple of people in those daily plans were able to cash my 3-teamer that I crafted up with some of my buddies in the industry. There's not too many sports on today, so you kind of have to pick and choose what you like. We were able to put together this 3-team parlay for about -145 odds. It ended up smacking. The Houston Rockets were scaring me there for a little bit, the heaviest favorite. It always happens to be that way. My Philadelphia 76ers inched and clawed their way back into something they probably shouldn't have, and they almost honestly beat them. It came to a heroic effort by the Rockets in order to come back and win that game. So my VIP card, we did end up cashing the only play we did give out to clients. So another 1 unit day in the books, guys. We always are cashing every single day. Obviously, you like to do that every day for the rest of eternity. Probably not going to happen, but damn, guys, we are going to win a whole hell of a lot more than we're going to lose. So love to see that, guys. Another thing I want to point out to you guys is at my store, and of course I did not make sure that I'm floating up top, so let's go ahead and make sure we're doing that, okay? I still do have one more college baseball season pass. I do have a few people on this that have absolutely enjoyed it. I know I've been making those guys an absurd amount of money, and they are very appreciative of that, but I am going to leave this up for probably the end of the week. If this doesn't get selected, guys, or no one purchases it, I am going to take it off. I just believe at this point in the year, you guys are going to get way more bang for your buck, but I don't like to do these all too often because I do a lot of stuff for you guys in general. So this specific thing I want to give out to one last person that really wants to cash with us the rest of the year. And yeah, you guys are going to see the benefits of it, guys. This college baseball season pass probably come around next year. It's going to be hiked up a little bit because of the amount of time that we're putting into this college baseball stuff, guys. We are making so much money, and it is a joy to see everybody getting excited about it. And also, for those of you that have not seen my previous video, we have a Big Guy Bets bracket challenge. Guys, if you already are on ESPN making a bracket for whatever reason, if you guys like college basketball as well, obviously, if you're here, you like college baseball. But, guys, this is an amazing bracket challenge, okay? I have read about it before. I'm going to read it one more time. If you guys go ahead and purchase this Big Guy Bets bracket challenge, okay, you get my picks every single day throughout the entire March Madness to the very last dribble of the season, okay? You get every pick. So you're getting a free plan basically for not a free plan, but a $25 for a month, okay, where normally my weekend pass is $40 for college baseball, okay? So you're getting a $25 entry, okay, into a pool where you could win $100, okay? You could get a free pass for the rest of the year. You get all my plays for the rest of the year for free. You get a Big Guy Bets t-shirt, and a first edition, okay? I only have a limited edition of these, okay? And I have those kind of right next to me, but for those of you that haven't, just link in the last video below. You guys will see that. And then an interview on my channel, guys. if you guys win, I want you guys to be able to gloat about it. And if you guys don't want to do that, that's totally fine. But I know most people are super excited about that, you know, being able to be on the channel, being interviewed, kind of say what kind of spoke to you about the bracket, how are you able to win, stuff like that. Guys, it is an amazing opportunity. Again, you get my bets throughout all of March Madness for $25, okay? And if you win, you get my plays for the rest of the year. It is a no-brainer. Go ahead, join that. Tell your friends to join it too. Get as many people in here as we can so that we can see really who is the smartest college basketball knower, at least has the most luck hidden up their ass, okay? Because at the end of the day, you do have to have a little St. Patrick's Day luck up your ass to be able to do this. So again, that's an amazing opportunity. Without further ado, let's get into the plays. It is an absolutely huge board. This was an amazing weekend for us. Again, we were able to sweep Alabama all 3 days. The books did not figure out that Texas A&M is dog shit. They're starting to keep up a little bit with that. Ole Miss, Southern Miss, this is just one game that I was immediately drawn to when I'm looking at the board, guys. In this specific matchup, I hate Southern Miss in the midweek, but they are at home. Gives you a little bit of pause, but Ole Miss is coming off of a really terrible loss to a very good Arkansas team at home. I think that Ole Miss could have a really good bounce back here. I would assume a lot of these lines tomorrow, guys, are going to be pretty heavy favorites towards the home team. So Texas is going to be a heavy favorite. I would assume Troy is. But this one's played in Birmingham. UAB is obviously from Birmingham, so that'll be an interesting one to see because I do like UAB in the midweek. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So that could be a look there. I'm not a real big fan of Troy in the midweek. Wake Forest, Liberty. I think that's a time to hop on Wake Forest if you haven't already. I would assume the line probably comes out a little juice, but that is A-okay. TCU, Dallas Baptist. Dallas Baptist really loaded up their schedule in the midweeks this year. I know they've had Oklahoma State, they've had LSU, and now they have TCU. This is an amazing spot, I believe, for an over. If we're able to get a pretty good price at like a 13.5, maybe even 14.5, I'd go ahead and take that over in that game because there should be quite a few runs scored in that game, guys. Besides that, at least for this big old pool of teams, there's not really much else to talk about because a lot of these games are going to kind of be interesting. UTSA honestly really impressed me this weekend against Dallas Baptist, so that could also be a decent look, but I do like Texas's midweek starter, so we shall see on that. But again, and one other one, South Alabama versus Alabama. South Alabama did actually capture a victory in Oxford against Ole Miss, so you know, in this game, do you think maybe Alabama could get picked off after being fat and happy about beating Texas A&M? Maybe. I wouldn't probably sprinkle too much on it unless you get like a plus 500. Maybe a little sprinkle on the money line wouldn't hurt there. So other than that, guys, that's kind of the board for tomorrow. Without getting too in-depth, let's go with the free play. Okay, guys, it's going to be in this game. It's going to be Northern Kentucky, Louisville, okay? First off, the one thing I always like to look at, guys, is how have these teams played in the midweek? Do they care about the midweek? Who do they have on deck, okay? In this specific matchup, we're looking at a midweek over, okay? In this specific matchup, I believe, I would guess that the total comes out, I hope, at like a 12.5, 11.5 would be absolutely beautiful. I highly doubt it. We're probably going to get a 13.5, maybe even 14.5, okay? I would probably play this up to 15.5, I would guess, because I could see a final score of like a 10-8 probably. But let's just go ahead and tell you why, okay? 16-14, that is a total of 30 runs, okay, in their one midweek against Dayton. Indiana, a total of 24 runs in this one, guys, and then a total of 17 runs here. As you guys can tell, what I'm kind of getting at here is Northern Kentucky can hit a little bit, but they give up a lot of it too, okay? And these are to teams like Eastern Kentucky, guys. These is teams like Indiana who can hit a little bit, but not the greatest, and then a Dayton team, okay? This is no Louisville, okay? Louisville's also going to be at home in this game. They're coming off of a great series victory against North Carolina. But I love this lineup for Louisville, okay, guys? And the real big thing that I do like is they went 8, 4, and 5, okay? They have not scored too many runs recently, especially at home against North Carolina. It kind of shows me that North Carolina pitching staff got to them a little bit. When you go from hitting against North Carolina, okay, one of the top premier schools with, you know, anything regarding pitching, they have one of the deepest bullpens, one of the best starters, some of the best starters actually. and one of the best relievers in baseball. You go from seeing that to what Northern Kentucky's going to put out on a midweek. Holy hell, these guys are going to think it's batting practice 2.0. I could see Louisville scoring at least 12 in this game alone by themselves, okay? I just would need Northern Kentucky to score a few themselves, and it looks like that they can. I mean, their midweeks, they've scored, 10 plus in each one. But you can also look at other ones that Louisville has had. They've scored 13 in this midweek. They scored a total of 17 in this one, 9 to 8 here in this one. And then one other midweek here, they had a 15 to 11 and then a 10 to 4. That's not really a midweek in that one specifically. That was looks like that was a third game of a set, but at least Butler here was a 26 here. So what I'm getting at, guys, is it looks like every single midweek game's going over for both of these teams, and if the trend continues, we're going to go ahead and hop on it. We're not going to zig when others zag. We're going to go ahead and look at an over in this one, especially because Louisville's going to want to get back on track before they face Virginia Tech this weekend at Virginia Tech. I don't necessarily think this is a look ahead, but you could possibly see it as such, but I think that they go in there, they staff this game. They're going to try to get whatever they can get out of their players without giving away too much, and they're fine with winning a 10 to 8 victory or a 13 to 2 or whatever it may be, guys. I think in this game specifically that they're going to want to get back on track before they go face Virginia Tech, and going from North Carolina to Kentucky, Northern Kentucky is going to be a pretty big uptick in home runs and doubles and all that stuff. So we are going to go ahead and take the over in this game, guys. Again, they're never going to give us odds. I mean, it's just the way it is anymore. We don't get any odds before the game. So you guys know me. I'm always giving you guys at least as many plays as I can possible before the lines come out. And the lines end up coming up close to what we kind of figure. We are on a 13-5 run with our free picks, guys. It has been an amazing opportunity to be able to meet you guys, because I know a lot of you guys come from YouTube to the VIP, and that is why I try to do these as much as I can, guys, especially because if I can give a free winner to you guys, I always like you guys to be able to hit the books pretty hard. So I appreciate everybody that does tail. Obviously, if you have tailed, you're 13-5 to this point, and you're making a lot of cash with us. And I'm giving it to you for free. So at the end of the day, as long as we're taking from the books, that is all I care about. I do appreciate everybody for being here. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video also, and comment below if you're tailing. I appreciate you all. Love you all. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.